Don't
Hello,
stream the
everyone, and welcome. Let me start that again, just to make sure. Is my camera moved or is my chair moved? I don't know. Hello and welcome, everyone. Right, you back to the dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, as we carry on our game of Dark Heresy. So, in the last episode, because I need to buy some time, our group had been placed in the Lord Inquisitor's guest suite within his fortress domicile. A very nice and pleasant place for the group to recover, but also an area where they could do some research and call some people. After checking in with a few friendly faces, they remembered someone needed to be contacted as well, and they phoned up the tech priest known as Ceres Mantorus. Our message was basically relayed that Scrapcode infection within Hive mainframe substructure processors, unable to communicate, assist immediately, or something along those lines. This basically put an end to our planning phase, as the group decided to rally round the tech priest and push her gingerly in the direction of the Lord Commander's command center, I guess we'll go with, where the Lord Commander, his servants and assistants, and there's a 40k word, and it was on the tip of my tongue.
Seneschals?
No, it's not seneschals. I've actually got it written down somewhere. Where people who are there to help him are situated.
Attendants?
Along with the Lord, with the Inquisitor himself. It is a savant. A savant.
Ah, okay.
Yes, so as I have bought just enough time that is needed, the group have pushed the tech priest gingerly forwards, as the repeating of Scrapcode doesn't really mean much to them. So, push forth the tech priest through the grand defensible doors leading into the guards stood outside, opened the doors for you. And you would see, again, a very large, ornate, yet defensible room with a number of alcoves with guards positioned. Certain guards have auspexes out and are scanning the room constantly. But you'd basically see this huge, ornate table. On one side of the table sits the Inquisitor, well, your Inquisitor, along with, I think it's just him at the moment, actually. The old man. No, he'd probably have his pilot. Fuck, what was her name? I haven't brought her up in quite a long time. So his pilot,
hang on. I think I have it.
Whose name is
she's a sister of
Ulftane. Of not Ulftane, of Kroon.
Yinka.
Kroon. So Sergeant Kroon, there we go, is by the Inquisitor's side. She does seem quite bored. Like she's absent-mindedly, like on a data slate doing something.
She is a pilot.
Yeah, pretty much. The Inquisitor again doesn't look. He's going. There's a lot of concentration on his face, but he doesn't look as if he's enjoying this. Like you definitely, as the doors open and you guys are pushing the tech priest forwards, he is very quick to take reference of, hang on, something's here. A break is in order. Good.
Something is happening.
And I wonder. Sure. I wonder if she has the same issues as Yanka.
No, yeah, kind of. So just not on the job. No, hang on. No. Yanka was a sneaky traitor. She's not.
Don't mean by that. I mean just fucking off.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. As you walk in the room, you would hear there's a constant stream of different data being cast out, of numbers that are coming down from orbit, where they're being reinforced to, what areas have been taken, where traps have been placed. There's just this constant stream. For those of you not in the military, it'd be quite confusing. For Ezio and Darius, this would be very much walking into a command center on a front line. Just the relaying of information and different orders being given. Yeah, you would definitely get the feeling, even though Ezio isn't actually here. Well, Ezio is, Albi isn't. You get the feeling that this is a battle that's being fought. But yes, as the tech priest is pushed forth, an Inquisitor places his data slate down, and the ahums, yeah, I guess it's a hum. He coughs and clears his throat to get attention. Yes, my acolytes, there's something to report.
Yes, I go to start and realize I'm not the techie. Push.
So you're pushing me into the room. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wonderful. So we might have a bit of a problem on our hands. So, we've been in contact with Ceres, and apparently she's having a bit of a problem holding back a bunch of... I think Scrapcode was the correct term? And it is in the Hive systems.
So, as this knowledge is delivered, the Lord Commander... Oh, actually, I suppose I should really roll for him. He wouldn't have... Oh, okay. No. So
he's the Lord Commander. He would know of it. It's a tactical detriment on a lot of battlefields.
It's just what
especially to the
does
deity.
he know of it, and what
Yeah, fair.
variants. He has rolled well, but again, I wouldn't give him as higher target as the Inquisitor. So as you relay that, the Lord Commander, is that what is affecting our communications? And other
quite likely.
systems? Well, surely the tech adepts would have informed us if there had been a breach, and we've heard nothing from their stations.
I think that might be connected.
The Lord Commander looks at one of his seneschals, one of his savants, and just with a mere look at him and a motion with his hand, you see the seneschal, God damn it, the savant, go and over to a comms officer, and you can see the whispered communications going on. Well, I will ensure that we re-establish communications with the acolytes that are in charge of subsystems. It almost looks, as he says it, as if this has just dawned on him that they haven't been in contact. They should have been. I can assure you, my lord, if Ceres is dealing with it, then it will be contained. He looks over at the rest of you. How can you assist her, and what resources do you need?
We haven't analyzed the full extent of the affected systems. She seems to be able to contain it for now. We should probably physically secure the areas that are most vital to the hive, like power generators, air filtration systems, sewage systems, stuff like that.
I mean, all these areas are highlighted as key parts to, well, at this point, a rather crappy hologram of the hive comes out. It's all shaky and it's seen better days. And again, the 3 points on the hive come up. These are the 3 areas that they still have the numbers to defend. The rest of the areas and a number of red dots and markers come up. These areas are just guerrilla warfare at the moment. They're laying traps and slowing us down, but there's not actually that many of them in terms of numbers. However, they are being reinforced from, and again, he points to the 3 larger markers. And as stated before, these are apparently an archaeotech system that weren't really known about before now. If it was introduced from these areas, then they would be the ones to secure, but at the moment, the areas that we're having problems with, and the Inquisitor, it almost looks like he's tapping on a key pad on the desk, and highlighted areas come up on the 3D map, and it's showing basically the areas that they can't get access to, like the hive's security systems have come into effect. These huge blast doors have come down, and no one can open them. No overrides are working. Nothing. And again, some other minor areas would be affected as well, like lighting and ventilation and so on. And they're all located in defending these 3 areas. Ezio stops rolling for a moment and looks up at the hologram. So, welcome, Albie.
Hello.
So, I don't think it's a matter of the physical. If you can get in contact with Saris or VV's not on planet at the moment. The comms, the savant next to the comms officer, turns round and motions to the Lord Commander. Yes, report. Sir, we have established connection with them, sir, but the news is grave indeed. A tech acolyte, Jahone, and a number of lesser tech acolytes, along with apparently the tributei of their ordo, staged a revolt against the Chief Magos. He had attempted to override certain safety protocols within their area. From what I understand, sir, the higher echelon of our tech hood are gone.
What?
Is there anything in place to replace them?
The tech acolyte says that they are those that are left, and the tributei are repairing the damage that has been done, but there are many things that they are not privy to, given their rank within their ordo. They are requesting immediate assistance from any off-world tech magi. Presumably they know about the fleet in orbit, sir. Surely the my lord, surely your systems here have overall access to the systems of the hive, do they not? Yes, to many of them, and my authority grants me access to others. Acolyte, take position, and the Inquisitor points at a row of hang on. Cognites? No.
Cognitae?
No, it is cognitae. Yeah, it's cognitae. Cognitae is something else. Hang on. Was it cognitae? And it's, I can't remember.
What's the singular?
The 40k version of many computers are lined up being unused on the Inquisitor side of the desk.
I will immediately walk over and take up station.
Assist Ceres however you can from here. Communications officer, will you inform the tech acolytes that they are to assist my acolytes in whatever way possible, and to continue repairing the systems in their sanctums? Next, can you inform the captain of the Emperor's Profiteer we will need to requisition some of his engine seers, as well as the Lustful Maiden? Oh, of course, yes. The Lustful Maiden is currently on a mission, isn't it?
Yes. Apologies, sir.
No, you're correct, Acolyte, thank you. So inform, but they'll be dealing with the Sky Commanders.
We might be able to give out certain snippets of information regarding Mechanicus protocols. Hint, hint, infused knowledge. Hint, hint.
By all means, yes, you can roll infuse knowledge to recall what you remember about the protocols for the loss of the higher ranking magi. With 3 degrees of success. Technically, you probably could have used your Mechanicus knowledge as well, because you are of the cult. So I'll give you an extra 1, you get 4. So, genuinely speaking, they would put out a request to the Adeptus Mechanicus, who would send replacements. The highest ranking tech still alive would take charge until they're relieved of a higher ranking individual. And same for the Tributi. Any Tributi that could be raised up to, I think you go to Overseer first. I think it goes Tributi, Overseer, Tech Priest of the lowest rank, so Engine Seer.
It's not even Engine Seer.
Yeah.
Hang on. Actually, Eris, we have this saved in the other chat. Hang on, where is it?
There's actually quite a long list of ranks within the Adeptus
I will get out the table.
Oh god, the fucking table.
Give me the table. The more tables, the better.
So yeah, you would know that, genuinely speaking, they put out the call for resupply, and more tech priests are provided. Normally you'll have, like, any tech priest in the area that can be spared might be sent, or you'll have a specialist team that will be sent from a major forge world that have the specialties to deal with it. Because it's just a hive city with a medium level manufacturing site, that's pretty generic. It's not a forge world.
I found
that
the
needs to be
Administratum,
replaced.
but I haven't found the other one.
Not
It's
sure
just
if I have it on
the
my
big-
hard drives.
The big problem you'll find, Winters, is that it's time to get tech priests from the other worlds in system, which there aren't many. Tech priests all worlds. It would take days for them to get here. So yeah,
That's just not an option.
yeah.
We do know of a world nearby that has the smaller cult, but again, that's going to take ages anyway.
Yeah, and there
I
are
have it.
some tech priests on the agri world, but it's only, you know, a couple.
I have the chart. I have posted the chart.
Look at it in all its magnificence.
Beep boop, beep boop.
I love that servitors are on the chart.
Oh, I remember this chart.
Yeah, that's when you
It
go
was a
down.
fair
Fun fact, tech thralls are lower ranked than servitors.
Yes.
Yes, because they have less blessings of the Omnisire.
Yes, clearly.
Although, again...
What are we talking about again?
Tech thralls are
Mechanicus.
those... it actually says
Tech thralls,
tech thralls. Tech thralls are literally those of prisoners who are like, hey, Grab, you're a menial. You're going to do this until we get the parts to rip your limbs off and make you a servitor.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like as far as I'm aware, a tributai is classified as a citizen of the Adeptus Mechanicus, but they have no blessings. They haven't gone up or down on the scale. You know, they are just on the scale.
Yeah, it's like when you look at the Technomat there, the Legionary Scutari, all of the Scutari higher ranks are the equivalent of a Technomat, and even then, that's not even that's part of the Adeptus Inferior for
because what you want to be is a Dominus. You want to be a Magos Dominus. Then you control the Scutari. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So, at the moment, they're kind of up shit creek with a couple of chopsticks to get themselves out of trouble. However, you guys do have one yourself, Winters, Ceres Victoria on world. You do also have Festus, the other tech priest who is in the Inquisitorial party.
I am Festus?
Festus?
No, Festus is the priest.
Sure Festus is the priest.
Oh no, sorry, no, you are right. Festus is the priest.
I have it here. It's
Veneer. Veneer, that's the one.
Veneer.
Yeah. So you do have another tech priest on world, who is of the correct rank.
Hang on. I have both these guys in my notes right beside each other. I forgot I had them like that. There we go.
So again, we can save a bit of time, and he can be contacted and be informed that he's needed to get to a console. So Winters, as you turn around and you inform the Inquisitor that they would just resupply, but it's going to take days. You turn around and you connect to the your wherever your attachment comes out of. I think you said it was the hand before, but wherever it comes out connects with the machine spirit, and you're taken into for the Mechanicus. As you're connecting, you're taken into a digital world as well as the real world. As you turn to the screen and begin typing, you can connect to Ceres through your combi channel. You can connect to Veneer through his combi channel, and you are given the comms channel for the other tech acolytes, or the lowest ranking of the tech priests. So, can I get, firstly, a tech use test?
I will assume the MIU works, but not the multi-tool.
That is correct. Okay, 5 degrees of success. So, as you begin typing and so at the outside world, you look as if you're performing tasks of this world. However, in your mind, the MIU takes over and it's projecting something far different for your brain to understand. And it seems as if you've taken over a command role as you see the Hive systems. And you're in the main frame, or you have access to the main frame. And you can see all the systems that the Hive has, all the different areas to do with recycling, both organic, inorganic, air, water filtration, energy transfers. Everything is open to you, and it's a lot to connect into and not be truly prepared, because this is probably the largest active data source that you've ever connected into. And especially as it's under attack, there's a lot happening. This is not a Hive that's working at 100%. So you're immediately warning runes are coming across your vision, and you can see the areas that are being highlighted. And you can see that other tech acolytes are coming online is probably the best way to describe it. And as you, again, for you, this is normal, but to describe it, you're not in a physical body here. This is your raw data form. Although each tech priest can tell another tech priest from their data transmission when they're in this kind of mode, it's not your physical body. So you can see that as you look over the scape, you can see this large containment zone that seems to be being set up and reinforced, and the code is constantly being rewritten and restructured. And that energy is Ceres. You can clearly make out that this is something that Ceres has designed to contain the scrap code in these systems. And you can see the scrap code is trying to find a way to rewrite the code and exit. As you take more of a focus on here, you can see that the scrap code is just moving around erratically, but 3 objects seem to be protected. 3 areas within this containment zone the scrap code cannot access. And it almost seems as if there's a data shield around them. When Ceres takes note of, hang on, there's someone else here. Again, a small chunk of her intelligence is parceled off, and you're basically, writing appears before you. So she would know that it's you. So Winter's containment zone holding scrap code intelligence inferior, cannot eradicate whilst protection protocols are active, assist immediately. And then as the writing stops, you get other queries coming from you. How can we help? Where am I needed? Omnisire be praised. This atrocity must be purged, for it is a long scripture of code. Comes from Veneer about purging the unclean.
Winters is not a specialist on Scrapcode, so she's going to equate it to the next best thing she knows, which would be cancer. And try to direct everyone that, is not already helping with the Scrapcode problem to fix the Scrapcode problem.
Okay, so give me a tech use test. Again, you can still use your MIU at all times. It'll just be your physical things that you can't. But you also get a plus 20 because you have one tech priest and a group of tech acolytes assisting you. So this is to come up with a plan, a strategy of how you can best deal with this. Okay, so 8 degrees of success. It doesn't take you too long to examine the scrap code and how it's reacting with the code that Ceres is writing, to see that you can have a physical effect on it. You can create a code that will damage it, contain it, or it seems to adapt, so you don't have many chances at eradicating it. And as you formulate a plan between the 3 brains, well, many brains, you come up with an idea that if you can actually physically attack it in this form, create a code to attack it, you could destroy it. But currently, the way that it's moving, it's too erratic for you to be able to do that. So a plan is created. The tech acolytes are going to use all their power to create walls throughout the containment zone. These walls will contain the scrap code, slowing it down and making it easier for whoever is going to attack it to attack it. Festus believes that with enough cognition, he should be able to create barriers and blockades within this corridor-lidden containment zone to slow it down even more and block it off from certain routes. And the plan is being created, and as this plan is passed over to Ceres to see how this will affect her containment zone, an error occurs. If you do anything within the containment zone, the protective coding around the 3 facilities will drop, which gives you a time issue. And one person needs to be dedicated to going in and destroying the scrap code. A vote is held. Winters, you're up. So,
Oh boy!
I bring you over to... Now, here's the thing. In my head, I created this amazing, like sci-fi internet world where you'd be doing these things and doing this stuff. And when I tried to create it, it was like, wow, this is going to be a lot of effort. So that version remains forever in my head, and I present to you the scrap code map. Welcome to a maze. So
It's wonderful.
you have 3 items within the maze. You will be starting at the top, and the scrap code will be starting at the bottom. I also didn't actually get a symbol for code either, did I? That would have been, although what I could have had matrix stuff. Sadness. So the 3 facilities do things. So if your main goal, I should say, is to actually get to this facility in the middle, as this one turns out to be a semi-dormant, what can only be described as nuclear bomb, which was once the fusion source, the power source for the old ship that was taken apart and used to power the hive, starting hive. Long lost and forgotten about until now.
They used a bomb.
Well, think of it as a nuclear reactor.
Okay.
But
I mean, the nuclear reactor is just a very, very slow nuclear bomb.
But, you know, on steroids and with lots of other shit that's connected to it. So, yeah, it on low power, it's perfectly fine to create, you know, power and sustain things. If pushed to, you know, maximum, maximum power. Yeah, could end up destroying many things. The smaller ones are not so important. These just give you access to the center to activate it. But in this world terms, it will give you extra movement if you capture it. So you will do an intelligence test, and then you will move your token through the maze. You can move 1 square for every degree of success. For every 5 degrees of success, you can generate, or veneer generates 1 block. It takes 2 movement to move through a block. And you cannot use diagonals. It is literally up and down, left and right.
Here's where I start.
You are at the top. You can pick whichever corner, but you must start in a corner. Your token will be bigger because you are a bigger entity. Actually, a good point. I need to make some of these a little bit smaller, don't I? Some gaps are a little bit small. Well, for now, we'll just say that all the gaps are 2. There wasn't meant to be a big difference. Right. Let's have a roll off to see who goes first. So 1d100 from me and 1d100 from you. Highest number. Okay. Never mind then. Never mind.
I wish I got that 14 on my actual, intelligence roll.
Yeah. I'm hoping you don't get 14. Right. So I will do mine. Oh, holy shit. So it doesn't get any specials, but it does move 4 blocks. Would you like to roll?
It's just flat intelligence, right?
You do get your bonus from your is it? Yeah. I can't remember. So this thing's using intelligence because it's an intelligence. So yeah, actually do it off of intelligence. Yeah, but then it's a scrap code, so you can use tech use because it is a scrap code, not a demonic scrap code. So you can move 9 and you generate 1 block. So you can put 1 block wherever you would like on the map. I should have
right here.
Yep, I should have actually generated some chests. Let's go with Sci-Fi Colony has been good, but is it good enough to give me a... No. Let's go starting terrain. And are you gonna... No, you're not gonna give me, for fuck's sake. Where's the one that just gives me, like, stones? Where are the rocks? And you know what? Fuck it. I'll do. Please be tiny. Ah, it's good. Chuck a load out. Right. Oh, so the scrap code has a go, and with its it is able to move 2. Oh, please, another tech use test. You can move 8, and you generate another block.
Right next to the first one.
Sure. it gets to move 3. Goes 1, 2, and so another tech use test, please. That's 6 movement for you and another block.
Right there.
It gets to move 1. Was that at the top up there, or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool. And when you are ready...
I'm getting procedurally worse, and this is marginally worrying.
But you have generated another block, so you've at the very least...
Right there, I shall create the biggest wall of code known to man.
It can move 3. So if you'd like to give me another roll. No, it's getting better. It's getting better. That's 7 movement.
And the next block, if I still get more.
Yep.
Right here. No, right here.
Sure. It actually doesn't move this turn. It is unable to. It failed. So that's 4 for you, but no block this time.
I require more blocks.
It gets to move 3 as you are getting closer and closer to the main target that needs protecting. Although, again, you can't access it. Although you don't actually need to, unless you're trying to betray the group. So can I get
Really
another...
playing the big brain moves. Making everyone trust me and then detonating the nuke.
I knew it.
Right here.
So it gets to move 5. And was that on the diagonal like that? Yeah.
Yes.
So would you like to give me another tech use test as you are getting closer and closer to your target?
Oop. I'ma fake that.
Sure.
That's better.
3 movement, no block is formed, but the scrap code actually fails again and cannot make any progress. So would you like to give me another tech use?
Oh, look. More blocks.
Okay, that's 6 movement for you, and another block is generated. Where would you like it?
Right there. Right in front of it.
Sure. It does its roll. It gets 3 movement. It takes 2 to go through the block, but only gets just past the block. So would you like to roll another tech use?
Damn it.
So only 2 movement this time. And it gets 3. Does it have the intelligence to know it's going to fuck up here? No, not really. Just a little bit of code just going on its way. Another tech use, if you wouldn't mind.
There we go. That's a lot better.
With 10 movement and another block formed.
I have reached the thingy.
You gain a +2 to your degrees of success. So as long as you succeed, you get an extra +2 movement. And you now have access to the nuke.
I will also like to put the block there.
Wait, do you get 2 because it's 10?
No.
Fuck.
No, only 1. Otherwise, I would have done on degrees of success. So it only gets 2 movement. Oh, hang on, I need to front. Actually, I'll click on you as well and put you to front. There we go. It gets 2 movement, but it has to use all 2 movement on going onto the block. So it is your turn. You have 3 movement. No.
I get +2 from the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That would bring it up to 5, I think.
Yep, that is correct.
Does this also count towards more blocks?
No, it doesn't. Actually, it shouldn't it, really? Because it's still, you're getting 5. No, because it's +2, but then it is +2. No, it's +2 movement, not degrees of success, so no.
Okay.
So it did get 2 movement, but it had to use it moving 1 square forwards. So would you like to go again?
Gladly.
Holy shit, another 10 movement.
Well, because
Yes.
+2. And I shall put the other block. It's probably more interested in actually getting to the bomb, correct?
Its main goal seems to be getting the code and then getting to the bomb. Yes.
I'll just put it there.
Sure. It goes again. So you do have to do a attack on it. It gets. Oh no, it gets +1, so it uses 4 movement to get out of the blocks. You do have to get in melee range, and then you do a tech use test as an attack, which is basically exactly the same as what you have been doing. And all you have to do is hit it, and it just has to fail a intelligence test to not be destroyed. And also, it's your tech use test. Jesus. 10 with your sorry, 11 with your +2.
And I would like to put the block right next to it.
You see it seems to have its turn, and then it fails. You can go again. I really should have given this thing a higher intelligence.
I forgot to add the +10, but whatever.
Yeah, with a +10, you passed by 3.
I mean,
So
right now I'm mostly after blocks, so I can block it in to get myself the most advantageous situation possible.
Fair enough. It will have its go, and it gets to move 2. So another test, please.
Oh, wow. Oh, well.
I feel as if the Connect version of this that I was gonna do would have been a little bit more exciting. If only I put more effort in. It gets to move 3. But who wants to upload like 9 or 10 different shapes just for one? Fucking hell.
I'll be completely honest. I've uploaded like 100 individual images for a minigame I have yet to use.
Yep. I've done that before. Well, fortunately, I have got to use them now.
The block shall go right here.
Sure. Right next to you.
Yes, it is my cover.
And the little scrap code that could gets to move 1. So it is your turn. What would you like to do?
with a roll like that, I can't not attack it.
Sure.
What could possibly go wrong?
So you move in front of it. Can you give me another tech use test, please? Holy fucking shit. Okay.
I rolled a 12.
I thought this was going to be easier. No. So it's that, so that. So it doesn't fail. So it is still here. So it comes over to its turn. So it too is going to, it's been attacked. It is now going to make an attack. These are just standard ones. It's using intelligence. So it makes an attack. It fails by 7, which is really sad. Would you like to make another attack, please?
Would indeed like to do that, thank you. That is less good, but still there.
So 4 degrees. So yeah, as it attacks, you see this malicious code. It still resembles code, however, comes slashing out at your quote-unquote form. You hit it, but it now needs to see if it stays with us or if it dies. Oh, a 74. As your code strikes into it, it seems to hit and bury itself. The code seems to just penetrate into this quite flimsy form. Like, again, I didn't really describe the form of it, but if your self in this world is a form of energy and code, it's like a sun. Its intensity and its vibrancy and how flares are coming off of it, and it's your personality. It's you in the data world. This thing looks like a bedraggled, like the code is almost falling apart and it's jagged and it's dimly lit and yeah, it seems as if it's just not, it shouldn't be the threat that it is, but you know what kind of threat it is now, which makes it seem even more ominous. But yeah, your defensive code that you came up with, offensive, strikes it, and within a matter of milliseconds begins departmentalizing it. It begins falling apart, and just as a piece of code falls off, it turns to nothing, back to 0. Scrapcode has been defeated. However, as you watch your code begin to destroy, you do have an option, Winters. It is within your ability to not destroy it completely and to attempt to save a piece for later study and research, because knowledge should not be deleted, should it?
I'm in a bit of a pickle here, because if this was Luna, this would not be an issue at all. She would just do it. The problem is, this is not Luna, this is Winter. Nope, I will destroy it.
Okay.
It is too dangerous to be kept alive.
Maybe a nanosecond or less. You ponder it before no. The Omnisire demands, and it is purged from this world, sent to oblivion. So, as soon as this happens in the real world, for those of you stood around, looking at the hologram and then looking at Winters tapping away and moving dials and things on the cognite, you see the blinking lights of sorry, not the blinking lights, the solid coloured lights denoting where corridors and blast doors had been closed all begin to lift. All the areas that were showing up as not in enemy hands but not under control of the hive all switch to blue. the hive is now back under control, under the Imperial control. As all of you lot have, things are changing and looking round, and Winters, you see Ceres's containment field drop. You see the tech acolytes walls fade away, and Veneer's blocks begin to dissolve away. Their essences are still there, but what they were doing has very much stopped. You would get a message from the tech acolytes requesting immediate assistance with systems beyond their remit.
I would like to ask Veneer and Ceres to help them to the best of their ability while I inform the Inquisitor of what has just happened. And after that, I would like to help as well.
You get a very vehement acknowledgement from Veneer, as long as a number of lines of code about, being the sacred duty of the Omnissiah's blessed servants to do, and from the tech acolytes, you get a very grateful thank you. However, Ceres gives a vehement rejection of assistance, stating other matters require her attention, and you'd see her essence disappear off. It's still in the hive systems, but it's gone. You'd need to search for her directly.
She's a lot more familiar with the hive system. She probably knows what she's doing.
She does her own thing. Let's put it that way.
Fine. I'll go inform the Inquisitor, and then I shall see if I can't help the adepts in any way.
Sure. So, again, this conversation, your actions, what seem like, minutes or, half an hour at most, is actually 5 minutes total, because you are transferring data so much quicker. The whole ordeal is over within 5 minutes of you sitting down at the computer. The cognate. As you blink to, you stop moving and turn round. Some of your companions are staring at you like, what the fuck? And you can see that the Lord Commander's side of the table is just orders are going left, right, and center for units to push and use, take the advantage, use this as a surprise, blah, blah, blah.
Is the Inquisitor actually paying attention to me, or is
Yes.
he busy with other stuff? Okay. The Scrapcode has been neutralized as much as possible. I think we got everything, but I cannot be sure. This is not my specialty. It is a devious little worm. That code, it does not look very threatening, which leads people to underestimate it. I think we have destroyed it in its entirety. The system that it was trying to get to is currently being used as the power generator for the hive. It is a Starship-grade reactor.
Well, Acolyte, I can congratulate you for fixing this solution for us, but how is this matter concluded? You won the fight, I guess.
As far as I am able to tell, yes, we have deleted any remnants we could find. It does, however, raise questions as to the nature of our enemy.
Well, I can assure you they are the worst hands of the enemy. Well done, Acolyte. If you need to assist them more, then by all means, do what you can. Not enough time has actually passed for us to get any word back from any of our other conversations. But try to get this fixed as quickly as possible in case we do need to leave. Although you can see that as Magnus says that, the Lord Commander, like his ears seem to twitch and his gaze falls over into your corner of the playing field. As I would like to continue the hunt for this enemy.
Then I shall try to help the local adepts stabilize the situation.
The Lord Commander now speaks up. Thank you, Tech Priest. Apologies, I did not catch your name, but that would be of great assistance. One of my savants can lead you down to the Mechanicus's sanctum, or you can have free access of the cognates here.
Out of character, it would probably be a lot more efficient to do it from the Mechanicus place, correct?
Yes.
Then I shall take him up on that offer, because that seems like a smart thing to do.
Sure. So, Winters will be taken off. Winters, you are surrounded by a number of guards. The savant that the Lord Commander basically ordered to show you the way. It's going to take you a couple of hours to get there, but you will get there eventually. For the rest of you, Darius and Ezio would be requested to assist where their specialties can assist with the Lord Commander's savants, with allocating forces to deal with the guerrilla warfare threats. Because now that they have access to all the doors, you can basically relay information to the forces on the ground. You know, you can move through this way, this access is open to you, blah, blah, blah. For Liliana and Mordecai, you would both be asked to assist with sweeping certain areas, because the Astra Telepathica have put up warnings over demon incursion. However, the Inquisitor does inform you that he does not want any mention of demon hosts. So currently, the Inquisition knows what caused these demon incursions. It is keeping quiet about it. So you are to assist them with doing Psyniscience checks in delicate areas, to ensure that the Astra Telepathica has not been compromised, and then leading on out to important chambers and so on. Ceres is not in danger. You're not going to save her. You just need to give her a phone call. So would you like to, as you've been given your orders, would you all like to go back into the suite quickly to grab your equipment and to give her a phone call? You can if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I'll go back and grab my gear. Go ahead,
I
Jim.
thought she was missing.
Who was missing? No. So, because the Scrapcode had affected some of the Hive systems, communications were affected. You have Ceres's com code, but you couldn't get through to her. There was no connection. Whereas now, the systems are under the Hive's control. It's only the areas that were blown up that would not give a signal. If you try and call her now, you should either connect or it still doesn't connect, which means she's in an area that got exploded and the relays are down.
All right. I'll first do the sign instance just quickly, and then I'll call her.
No. So Jim, that's behind the scenes. This is stuff that you're doing whilst you're on world. You don't actually need to do the tests. Yeah. So if you'd like to speak to Ceres, you can, or whoever would like to.
I'll try to contact her.
Sure. So as you go back into the guest suite, gather around the table, you use the comms to see if you can connect to her comm bead, and you do indeed. It does connect. You can hear very heavy breathing, and the sounds in the background are there's an awful lot of people screaming and crying, and there's a lot happening in the background as well as someone who is crying, who's quite close and whimpering. Hey, will you get a fucking move on, you high-class piece of trout? I've never seen such a useless piece of shit in all my God Emperor. Gannis, is that you? Have you sorry, she's speaking like a man. She should be higher. Gannis, is that you? Have we
no, actually. This is Liliana. Hello, Nightshade. We were looking for you.
Liliana, I take it you survived then. Well, it's good to hear a friendly voice.
We're actually worried about you. We didn't know where you were.
Well, things turned to shit after the shield fell. And, well, dodging explosions and carrying a useless piece of meat around with me is not the high time I was looking for.
Do you require assistance, Ms. Nightshade?
No, I'm still in what used to be the spires, but it's just I moved down a couple of levels. The damage isn't so bad, and I was hoping I would have got comms back hours ago. I can get in contact with my people and get them to pick me up if you're calling me. Why are you calling me? Why do you want me?
Well, because we couldn't get into contact with you, but the comm situation should have been fixed by now, so just checking up on you to make sure you're okay. One second. Your maid, Ms. Cindy, I believe, was worried about you because she couldn't contact you. We had no idea where you were. It is good to hear you're okay.
I'm fine. Don't get me wrong. I've gone through a pack of low sticks, but I'm keeping it together.
Very well. Girl ladies also hadn't heard from you, so the fact that you're okay is good to hear. The comms should be back now. If you require anything, you can contact me through this company number, and I'll tell her the number.
Hi, yeah, thank you for checking in. How did the attack affect the Underhive? What's happened to? So she has no idea of what's actually gone on. You can explain things to her if you want. You don't actually have to explain it to her. You could just say, "Yeah, I tell her everything we know," or I just tell her.
I'll explain it to her.
Okay, so
I'll explain it to her what I know.
the conversation goes on for about 5-10 minutes, where information goes back and forth. Well, it seems as if I missed more of a party than I thought.
Well, just a little bit of a party. I heard things weren't too. Well, I heard things were a bit hectic up there too. So.
Oh, I've never been bombed before, but that was certainly a new experience. And there's always dealing with this. Will you stop crying, you fucking cowardly bitch? So what? It's your arm. You can replace it.
I don't care. Who was she with again?
With some kind of noble trash.
I thought it was someone important, but never mind.
Hang on. Didn't she grab the fucking governess?
Wait, is she the one with the governess? I thought it was the old man that was with the governess.
No, Geddy is quite right.
Yeah.
Oh,
She does the governess, who got shot in the arm by the sniper.
I will see. Who are you with currently, Miss Nightshade?
The line goes not quite. You can still hear lots of things, but she doesn't answer immediately, and then it sounds as if she's muffling her voice. Who do you think I'm with?
Yeah,
I'm with the planetary governess, you fucking moron.
Well, I'm gonna look around for Darius. It just snap my fingers and go like, can you? I'll try to locate. We'll try to go pick you up to accelerate your dealings. We'll be right there.
She seems confused, but she does agree if you need to take time out of your busy days, and she does make it out like that, that it's no bother. But
Yeah,
you can go and get
Can
to it.
I
I guess I start warming up the gun cutter.
can I pose a question to the what's it called, the Inquisitor and the Lord Commander?
Sure.
This may not be the time for it, but what about some form of propaganda?
Well, of course, the commissariat had a detachment. Commissars were sent to work with the troops here. I'm sure they're already in order, are they not, Commander? The Lord Commander looks and agrees. Yes, they're already working on the propaganda reels.
My idea is of building morale through a show of force or compassion, depending on how you would like to view it. We believe we have the correct way to do it, but I would like your input on how to proceed. Or what you would think the populace would react to the rescue or capture of the governess.
The Lord Commander and Inquisitor both nod in acknowledging what you're saying. It would be very useful to have on pick record. Yes.
So rather than us going in our standard gear, our uniform of choice would be preferred. Either regimental, PDF, or even civilians, depending on how you would like to play it, sir. At least that would, in my opinion.
They agree with your proposed plan and give you the comms for the commissariat detachment, the men who were deployed. But essentially, they weren't sent with. They weren't on world training them. The commissars came with the fleet, not on. So they were upstairs when all this was kicking off. The ones on the reinforcement fleet probably got executed quite quickly once the plan was in action. But on the other ships, yeah, there would be commissars there and junior commissars, so the propaganda shit can all go forward. Depending on how we want to play it out, yeah, you can make... Technically, you could make Ceres Victoria out to be the one who captured her and brought her in and build her up, or you can have it as the PDF are the ones who capture her. And technically, however you do it, but if you guys picked her up now, the commissariat would just be like, right, take her out into the rubble, get the recorders, and they'd stage it basically.
Yeah.
So sure, yeah, you can propose that and let Ceres know that you'll pick her up and all of that. Yeah.
Ceres Victoria is the tech priest. There's two fucking Cereses, which is gets a little confusing all the time. But Ceres Mentorus is the tech priest.
Yeah,
Isn't Ceres Victoria Mentorus?
Ceres Victoria Mentorus.
No.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it, yeah.
And then it's Ceres Nightshade.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nightshade is the noble / ganger. And,
we really need to stop calling them Ceres. We just start calling them the last name.
Nightshade and Victoria, or Nightshade and Mentorus.
I could.
Yeah.
But Labot is my character and Ceres is his wife. So I feel it necessary to your first name terms.
So yeah, I kind of want the opinion on the group on this one though, because how you would like to kind of how would you guys see him playing it out as? Because I would think like Ceres doing it would be a kind of civilian kind of victory.
So just a bit more information, Geddy. She would be captured. She would be considered as an enemy of the Hive. Ceres's family are old, and they are in a good position, so it wouldn't be bad to build her family up if you guys chose to do that. But neither are they a big super old with the Hive founding, so you could, if you wanted, put it to the Lord Commander, the PDF, whoever the hell you wanted.
I mean, honestly, I'm thinking from a I forgot the word for it, but building up Nightshade could be very good, especially if we at a later date bring her into the fold. Having a high-ranking politician and a hero of the Hive, a civilian hero of the Hive, could be incredibly good for us.
Yeah,
have someone like that.
She's a very high up there ally.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Waldo, Eris, Albie?
Yeah, I think it's worth getting her as an ally if possible.
Sure. I mean...
Our friends!
More friends to convince that gerbils rule everything.
Yes. Yes!
And you wonder why you're an enemy of both the Ecclesiarchy and the Tech Priests.
No, just the Mechanicus, isn't it?
It's
or hang on, did you get
yes.
Just the Mechanicus for now.
You didn't
there.
tell them. You didn't tell the Ecclesiarchy the fucking the God Emperor's a gerbil, did you?
No.
I mean, the only Ecclesiarchy that we currently have that technically matters is Festus, and he hates Festus.
They ever could be, so...
Oh, fuck.
So we're gonna make Ceres out to be the civilian hero who captured the wanted fugitive. You know, we'll say that her servants overheard a rumor of a plot to kill the Lord Commander, and she knew that this heretic had to pay. Blah blah blah. They'll do it in the whole wartime. You know, From the rubble and the ashes of the hive comes a hero born and bred. You know, Ceres comes out dragging the missing arm, former Lord, planetary governess behind her. Like, yes, look. Yeah, will be very dramatic. Cool.
He's
So-
got epic voice guys over here.
As the group come up with a plan for the propaganda, sending notes off to the commissariat, Ezio warming up the gun cutter and you informing Ceres that you'll pick her up with her prey or captive. Stopping the Scrapcode incursion, and Winter's going off to deal with assisting the hive recover, the tech acolytes recover, rather. That is where we'll end our episode. We shall end it off there, as that's quite a lot done for one episode, I think. So certainly hope you all enjoyed this episode and looking forward to future episodes to come. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Praise corn.